Okay, I'm going to show you now a second force example. So if I had a force that went in this direction, and that was at 30 degrees and 5 kilonewtons, and I also had a second force that went in this direction, and that was also 30 degrees, and let's say that one there is only 4 kilonewtons. If I combine those forces together to find what is known as the resultant force, what is my resultant force? So if I was to put those two forces together, what direction would it pull this little point here? Now looking at this, I would assume it would pull at something in this direction. It's probably my resultant. So let's find out. So let's divide the first force. So let's call it force 1. It's 5 kilonewtons at 30 degrees. Force 2 is 4 kilonewtons at, and that's 90 plus another, and that's 30, so that's 90 plus 60, so that's 150 degrees from the horizontal. So let's break these down. So force 1x is 5 kilonewtons times the cosine of 30 degrees. Force 1y is 5 kilonewtons times the sine of 30 degrees. Okay, force 2x is 4 kilonewtons times the cosine of 150 degrees. Force 2y is 4 kilonewtons times sine 150 degrees. So let's add those together. So this one here becomes 5 cosine 30 okay, this one is 5 sine 30. This one is 4 cosine 150. This one here is 4 sine 150. Now notice this one is a negative. Okay, that's because this force here is going in the negative x direction. Alright, now to find the resultant, what you do is you add up all your forces. So the force of the resultant in the x direction is equal to 4.33 kilonewtons plus this one here. The force of the resultant in the y direction is equal to 2.5 kilonewtons plus 2 kilonewtons. Okay, so let's sum up these two. So our resultant, if I was to sketch this, it would be 0.87 kilonewtons to the right, so really short vector, and then it would be up 4.5. So you can see I've got it pretty close by estimation. Now let's convert the rectangular, so these are the rectangular components. Let's convert that into a single resultant vector. So to find that, what you can do, to find the force is equal to the square root of fx squared plus fy squared. So let's work on that. So fx is 0.87 squared plus fy 4.5 squared. So our force resultant as one single force is 4.58 kilonewtons in magnitude. And to find our angle, that's equal to the tangent inverse of Fy over Fx. So Fy was 4.5 kilonewtons, Fx was 0.87 kilonewtons. So we get an angle of 79.1 degrees. So if I was to sketch that again, Let's have a look. We have an angle of 79 degrees and a distance of 4.58. So our resultant force is 4.58 kilonewtons at 79.1 degrees.